Oh man, they really gave us an earful. The festival coordinators found us and chewed us out, which was entirely justified, since we were in an off-limits area.
当の先輩のせいじゃないですか。
It made for good memory, didn't it?
ポジティブすぎです。
I'm overjoyed. The warmth I felt through my hand had me in a great mood. Aren't you happy too, Hiragi?
私は別に。
Why do you look so upset?
名前。
Huh?
さっき、名前で呼んでくれたじゃないですか。
You were so cute. You're so cute.
お前じゃなくてしおりです。
Of course. Shiori.
はい。
She squeezed my hand back tightly. That seemed to have made her happy.
二人きりの時は、名前で呼んでほしいです。
You can't do it all the time. I can't do.
恥ずかしいので。
I can't do it all the time. How about that?
できれば私たちが付き合っていることも伏せておいてもらえますと。
I don't really mind, I guess. It had been kind of odd for her to keep Shiorin hidden too, but wasn't this asking the impossible?
部の皆さんがいる場所ではいつも通りでお願いします。
Sure. We can still talk and stuff, right?
はい。鉄壁のポーカーフェイスを期待してます。
Why don't you head out and meet up with the others?
戻るんですか。
Should we not?
ダメではないですけど、もう少しだけこのままがいいなって思ったので。
I see. We can do our own thing first, and then head back after.
いいんですか?
Going back to the shrine. Going back to the shrine means we might run into the others, so we can head home for now. I bet we'd get an earful from everyone about this later. We could sidestep the issue for now, though. Besides,
はい。
I'd like to have some time alone with you too, Shiori.
恥ずかしいことを言わないでください。
But didn't you say the same thing?
自分で言うのと言われるのでは違うんです。心の準備ができてないと心臓に悪いじゃないですか。
I understand if that's the case. I'll say even more embarrassing stuff going forward.
どうしてですか?
Because you're cute when you're embarrassed.
ですから、さらっと恥ずかしいことを言うのをどうにかしてください。
I'd better make embarrassing Shiori a part of my daily routine.
まったく、当の先輩は大人げないですね。
Also, it's called teasing. I think I understand how you feel now.
Huh?
It kind of stinks not being called by my first name. Let's call each other by our first name when we're alone, okay? Names when we're alone, okay? She had apparently reached her limit. What a cutie. Let's take things slow. You and me both.
そうします。
Even so, I wouldn't mind you calling me by my first name.
はい。努力してみます。
The fact we could hold hands and smile together like this, it made me happy to share this moment with her.
もうついてしまいました。
She just popped in. Okay, here's the thing. I was waiting until the next day transition to say this, but I don't know about you. Alright, I don't know if it's just me, but that was a really good confession scene. that was a really good confession scene. And here's the thing. Obviously, me as a guy who just started recording for visual novels like 2 years ago or so, right? I haven't played through a lot. I've played through a few, I've played through a bit, I've played through a good amount, but I have not played through a lot. And now here's the thing. I really liked that confession scene. It was really good. And the problem is, I can't explain why. I cannot articulate into words why I loved the confession so much. And the scene that I can compare to the best in terms of a scene I really like but can't articulate as to why I like it so much is the scene in Master Magistrate in Okta's route where Hime confronts Okta for the first time after after she leaves. And I loved that scene in Master Magistrate. And the problem is, I can't tell you why I love it so much. It's just a feeling that I get with both of these scenes. And it's not exclusive to these two scenes, but it's the two most recent examples of two scenes that I really love, and I can't explain to you why I love it. Not really good. I'm not really a good content creator if I can't tell you why I loved a certain thing, can I? I guess that's why I'm not a review VNtuber, if you will. But yeah. Listen. I love Shiori. I loved that scene. We got the kiss, even though it wasn't directly shown in the CG. But it was just... it was perfect. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. We walked here pretty slowly though. Our perception of time seemed a bit skewed. Time seemed to slow down during painful or stressful times, yet passed far too quickly when you were having fun.
ゆっくりしてばかりいられません。家に帰って動画のことを考えないと。
Oh, are you going to make a video about the festival?
はい。今なら最高の動画が撮れそうです。
So like, how are you gonna do that without outing yourself as Shiorin, right? Because like, a lot of the things that you did were very specific to the youth collective. Maybe not the confession part, but the takoyaki eating was definitely specific to the youth collective. The Russian roulette takoyaki eating. Let me know if you need help with anything, okay?
ありがとうございます。今日は私だけでやらせてください。私の感じたことを言葉にしたいんです。
Got it. I'm looking forward to it. Also, don't mention that you've got a boyfriend now. That's a death wish for VTubers. You know, if for an audience, for a fan base like Shiorin's, it's a death wish, right?
明日の夜には完成すると思います。あ、チェックお願いしてもいいですか？
I don't mind. But is it okay for me to do that?
はい。他に当てもないですし。
That was where I wish that was where I wish she would have said, I want to ask you because it's you, senpai.
しおりんとしての活動はシビアですから、私。
Those were two separate things, it seemed. Alright, I'll give it a good thorough review when it's done.
望むところです。
Oh, looks like you're back to normal now, Shiori.
はい。
She blushed when I called her by name, and pouted when I used her family name. What should I do?
遠野先輩。
ん？
明日も、また一緒にいられますか？
I thought that was obvious.
はい。ありがとうございます。
Let's go home together after the club meeting. I have lots I want to talk about.
わかりました。では、また明日。
You have to let go of my hand first.
遠野先輩こそ。
Not good. We were never going to let go at this rate. Good night, Shiori. I took her by surprise, then unraveled my fingers from hers.
ずるいです、先輩。
I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I turned away from Shiori and began to briskly walk off.
遠野先輩、また明日です。
She waved me off. I'd never be able to say goodbye if I... Oh, oops. I'd never be able to say goodbye if I didn't walk away now. Besides, I didn't want her to see that unsightly expression I was making. I was embarrassingly happy. Those feelings were all so new to me, and it was incredibly overwhelming. I need to calm down before I go home. Not to mention, I had to think up an excuse for why Shiori and I had disappeared. It was going to be a long, restless night.
駆け抜け青春、スパーキング。で、昨日はどこ行ってたのよ。
I was looking for Hiragi.
遠野先輩を探してました。
How did I know they would come up with the same excuse? We coordinated our stories in advance and decided to say we went looking for and missed each other. Oh, okay. I thought they thought the same thing separately. It would have been funnier that way.
それは分かったわ。問題なのはその後でしょ。私たちのところに戻ってきなさいよ。人混みに酔ってしまいまして。
I was looking after Hiragi and then walked her home.
それなら仕方ないわね。遠野、よく気づいたわね。
It just kind of happened.
とにかく何事もなくてよかったっす。ご心配おかけしました。あの後、商店街のおじさんたちにめっちゃ感謝されたのよ。
Huh? Why?
遠野くんたちがいなくなった少し後でしょうか。人がすごく増えてきたんです。若い人がいっぱいでね、例の動画を見てきたんだって。あれだけの人混みなら、柊さんが酔っちゃうのも仕方ないと思うっす。はい。
Thank God. Thank God the huge crowd can corroborate the story. Imagine, huge crowds make Shiori nauseous. Oh, that's pretty weird. There weren't that many people around. Looks like the jig's up.
実は私たちも少しはぐれてしまって大変でした。あ、鹿島さん。
Hibiki, did you get lost?
違うわよ。 私が迷子になったんじゃなくて、鹿島さんたちがはぐれちゃったの。
What? Actually, I shouldn't be. I don't think you was part of this group, especially because he was not in this group of people. Oops. Hibiki, you got lost. Just be honest and admit it. Just be honest and admit it.
なんでよ。
Oh, that reminds me. Shinji isn't here.
神楽坂くんは、どうやら昨日のお祭りでかなり無理されたようで。
Yeah, you know, there were too many women at the festival.
帰り際に魂が抜けてたから、今日は行動不能みたいね。
He must have had to handle all of their unreasonable requests when I was gone. Sorry, Shinji. Have a good long rest today.
神楽坂先輩、面白い人を亡くしたっす。
Don't just kill him off. I mean, he's irrelevant to the story now, so rest in peace. See you in the next route.
お兄ちゃん、部活終わったら神楽坂先輩のお見舞いに行った方がいいんじゃない？
You want to check on him? I was worried about Shinji. I was worried, but don't worry. He won't be kicking the bucket anytime soon. This might be a blessing in disguise, so he gets used to it. Spending time with Shiori takes priority. I had decided to live for love.
おお、東野先輩厳しいっす。
Wouldn't you agree, Hibiki and Kashima?
まあね。せめてこの部室の中だけでも落ち着いていただけると助かりますね。
There you have it. We'll let him have a good rest. A good long rest. After some reflection on what happened yesterday, I'd like to say something.
反省？
From what I've heard from the people downtown, it sounds like the festival was a complete success. That does leave me with one question, though.
問題？何よ？
Whether you can count this as an achievement for the youth collective.
なぜでしょう？
There's no way to tell whether the festival attendees congregated there because of something we did.
確かにそうですね。
Revealing Shiori's connection to Shiorin would certainly provide more than enough proof. However, it would be impossible to prove while avoiding that, though. I'd imagine the Academy chalks it up to pure nonsense, right?
それって何か問題あるんすか？
Yeah, it's a huge problem. They won't give us a budget next year unless we have something to show for it.
ああ、お兄ちゃんの主戦度っぷりが出てきちゃった。
That's just how the world works. Also, Ritsu, I don't know why you're the one complaining. If you wasn't a penny pincher, you wouldn't have food. What do you mean?
確かにある程度お金がないと遊べないわね。
Setting aside how this was prepositioned upon having fun, it didn't change the fact that money was a necessary evil in our society.
では、今後は青春部の実績が残るような活動を行っていくべきでしょうか？ああ、それはいいんだけど。しおりちゃん、どうしたの？どうしたのとは。東野先輩とやたら近くないっすか？
I don't know what you're talking about. Shiori is always close to you. Nice poker face. No, she has a good poker face. It's just the rest of her that gives it away.
そうでしょうか。
They had a point. I thought you wanted to hide our relationship, Shiori. We're discussing the future of our club, so the president and vice president should be a unified force.
そういうことです。それにしても、ねえ。仲がいいのは素晴らしいことだと思います。でも、遠野は男で柊は女子だし。 険悪になるよりはいいんじゃないすか?
Nagiko, get the fuck out of here. You aren't even in the CG. Why do you have a say in this?
まあね。では、これで問題なしということで。
Shiori got even closer to me. Hey, this isn't good. I nudged her with my elbow, but got no reaction. She really wasn't planning on hiding it, was she? Oh, well, may as well push the conversation forward. Anyway, we need to come up with an activity that produces some tangible results. On that note, does anyone have any good ideas?
良いアイディアをくれた方には、当の先輩から豪華景品が贈呈されます。
Say that again. What's the thing? That's save voice. This one.
良いアイディアをくれた方には、当の先輩から豪華景品が贈呈されます。
So she literally says your idea in English. Huh?
皆さん、張り切ってどうぞ。
God damn it, Shiori. Hold on a second. I didn't decide. Don't decide that.
私にいい考えがあるわ。私も、ぜひ聞いていただきたいアイデアがあります。自分の意見も聞いてほしいっす。大人気ですね。
You're something else.
私はこれといったアイデアもないから、みんなの意見を聞かせてもらうわ。
Once again, Nagiko, at least be in the CG if you're going to contribute.
ねえ、ユウ。景品って、物じゃなくてもいい？
I don't have anything to say. I don't have anything prepared, but I'll at least hear what you have to say.
デートしましょう。
See, about that, there's a bit of a problem as to there's a bit of a conflict of interest, if you will. So, any other thing you want? Huh?
デートよ。知らない？
I'm surprised because I know what one is.
じゃあ問題ないわね。私と青春しましょう。
Well, there goes her poker face. She's pouting. She's pouting like crazy. Was Shiori the jealous type? I wouldn't be surprised.
なんてね。冗談よ、冗談。
You looked awfully serious, and I wasn't sure how to respond to that. It wouldn't have ended well if it weren't a joke. And I was getting some very intense energy from the person next to me.
私、今こそボランティア活動に勤しむべきだと思います。
Oh?
清掃活動や介護施設での活動もありますが、やはり、生き慣れた場所が一番いいと思います。生き慣れた場所、というと、以前行った保育園ですか？はい、それが一番いいんじゃないかと。私たちが手伝いに伺えば、きっと成果につながると思うんです。保育園。園児相手なら問題ないでしょうか。柊先輩も園児には気遅れしないってことっすか。そんな感じです。
It probably wasn't. It sounded more to me like her concerns were more focused on how I wouldn't be stolen away by any kindergartners. Was that just how she loved me? Not that I was complaining.
では、保育園には私から連絡しておきます。いつ行くんすか？先方の都合もあるでしょうし、すぐにというわけにはいかないと思います。夏休み中にはお願いしたいという希望は伝えておきますね。
Got it. Thanks.
では、夏休み中の活動予定に加えておきます。
She was doing her work as vice president. She maintained just enough distance that the others shouldn't be able to tell whether she was touching me or not.
なんか怪しい。
Ever the observant sister.
どうかしたんすか？
ねえ、ひじりさん。あれどう思う？あの二人の様子。
どう思うも何も、確定じゃないっすか？
See, here's the thing. Hibiki probably knew. Why am I blanking on her name? Ritsu probably knew. Kika probably knew. I'm wondering if Nagiko and Riri are privy to everyone else's if you know, you know.
そうだよね。でもなあ、兄としおりちゃん？その組み合わせってありなの？
Yeah, they go together pretty well. They're both weird. That's about it.
リツさん、ここは自分に任せるっす。ん？ターナ先輩！
What's up?
みんなでゲームしません？
A game?
はい！自分が編み出したオリジナルダウトっす。
何それ？面白そうじゃない！
どんなゲーム？まず、質問する側と答える側に分かれるっす。質問する側の持ち玉は3つ。つまり、3回質問可能っす。で、答える側は必ず1回嘘をついてもらうっす。
This game sounds incredibly flawed.
まあまあ、やってみると楽しいっすから。それじゃ始めるっす。
Also, I don't know what you mean. You came up with this yourself. This just sounds like two truths and a lie. Well, it's one truth and a lie, I guess. It's something similar. I didn't mean to click. She forced everyone to participate in her game. Oh well, may as well play along.
部長と副部長に質問するっす。お二人は付き合ってるんすか？
just the first question. They didn't even lead into it. They're off the rip.
キック。
No, not at all.
そんなことないです。
Come on, don't pout now. She was doing a really bad job at hiding this.
ダウト。
Okay, yeah, Nagiko and Riri knew. Listen, I only doubted those two because they're probably the most naive out of the two. Out of the five, okay? I mean... Hibiki, Ritsu, and Kika made it very obvious that they knew. But... It didn't even take 24 hours! Nice poker face, Shiori. Look, everyone figured it out.
皆さん、何を言ってるんですか？ごまかせると思ってるんすか？ごまかすと言っても、何も偽ったりしていません。
She was still trying to play innocent. I'm pretty sure everyone's figured it out already. But what could you do?
お兄ちゃん、どうなの？
About what?
しおりちゃんと付き合ってるのかってこと？
I told you, I'm not. As long as Shiori was trying to play this off, I had to go along with her. Of course, we had practically zero chance of winning here.
じゃあどうしてしおりちゃんはお兄ちゃんの服の裾をずーっと掴んでるの？
It was that obvious. Here's the thing, because of the CG, I didn't know what she was actually touching. Right? The last fucking line of the CG was like, I have to go all the way back. Whatever. It was something about she's further enough away that no one would notice that she's touching him or whatever. Something like that.
それ、彼氏にアピールやわがまま言う時の女子っぽい仕草よね。
可愛らしいです。しおりはそんなことするタイプじゃなかったでしょ？やっぱり付き合ってるんでしょう。
さあ、おとなしく白状するっすよ。
They must have figured. They must have figured no attempts to sway me would have much effect. Would have much effect. Their strategy was to target Shiori and grill her for answers instead.
先輩。
It's pointless to put up any more of a fight. Give it up.
ですが。
It's a matter of time either way. You should hold your head high and tell everyone instead. I took Shiori's hand and turned toward the others. All right, listen up. Shiori and I have started dating.
やっぱりそうなんだ。しおりの様子が全然違うから何かあったんだろうなーって思ったけど。
まさか本当にトーナと付き合ってるなんてね。
はい。びっくりです。
Shiori must have been incredibly embarrassed. She was bright red and hung her head.
しおりちゃんすっごい可愛い。もともと小動物っぽかったけど、こういう反応を見るとますます小動物っぽいわね。
ところで、二人はいつから交際を？
Since yesterday.
おめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。
She squeezed my hand tightly and hid behind my back.
恥ずかしいので、あまり見ないでください。
She was like a little animal, just like Hibiki had said. Yeah, she's like a cat. Who would have guessed?
すごいよね。恋ってこんなにも変わっちゃうものなんだ。
恋か。私にはよくわからないな。
See, this is why I was doubting Nagiko's, if she knew. Because, well, there's your example.
しおりに聞いてみたらいいんじゃない？聞きたい！しおりちゃんの恋バナ。
それってつまり、当の先輩の恋バナってことっすよ。
そう考えるとちょっと複雑な気もするけど。
Yeah, no, you should keep asking Shiori about what you love about you. It'll play into why all of the girls here also want to date you. I mean, like, not at the start of the route, but, you know, eventually.
兄には青春してもらいたかったし。いいと思う。
I'd gotten my sister's seal of approval.
それじゃあまずは告白の再現からいきましょうか。どっちから告ったのか知りたいじゃない。ねえ。
いいの？そんな目の前で生告白が見られるなんて。
ドキドキ。
いいっすね。ではお二人張り切ってどうぞ。
Like hell we can. I ended the club meeting early and went home with Shiori.
疲れました。
Yeah. They're all way too curious for their own good.
どうしてあんなにも聞きたがるんでしょうか。
I understood why they were curious about it. Especially Ritsu, since we were siblings. Of course, she would want to know.
でも、なんだかすっきりした気もします。
Of course she would want to know.
私が、当の先輩の、彼女ですって理解していただけたので。
That's unexpected. I thought you said you wanted to keep it a secret forever.
Yes.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're like this about the secret of dating you, what are you going to be like if you think about how would you equate this to revealing that you are Shioren? You know? Huh?
遠野先輩の隣に女子がいるの、少しだけ嫌だったんです。
She's possessive, isn't she? She was more possessive than I had anticipated. I like it.
こんな気持ちは初めてで、どうしたらいいのか。
And that's why you were practically glued to me?
はい。
What will I do with you? I patted her on the head. I couldn't help myself. This came up before, but you're the one I really want, Shiori.
本当ですか？
I wouldn't be with you if I didn't mean it.
遠野先輩のことは信じてるんです。信じられないのは自分の方で。本当に私が遠野先輩の隣にいてもいいんでしょうか？
Is it due to your lack of self-confidence? Shiori nodded slightly to my question. What to do?
すみません。大丈夫です。忘れてください。お待たせしました。
Thank you. She got some cold drinks ready for us, and we started our meeting. Today's agenda included the video overview about the summer festival.
では、動画の内容ですが。
Hold up a second.
はい？
Why are you sitting on my lap?
私はここがいいからですけど。
This is where I want her to be too. What? That was a direct answer.
重いということはないと思いますが。
If anything, you're so light it makes me worry.
じゃあ、問題ないですね。
There were nothing but problems with this. I certainly didn't mind the flirting though. You're not hot.
少し暑いですね。エアコン強くしましょうか。
Getting up apparently wasn't an option. No, it's fine as is. It wouldn't be good to set it too cold anyway.
遠野先輩がそう言うなら。
It was hot, but Shiori's warmth was comfortable. I had become reluctant to part as well. Okay, let's jump right into it then.
そうしましょう。
I'd better focus my attention elsewhere, or I was liable to get turned on. Yeah, it'd be such a shame if you were turned on. Shiori had thought long and hard about the video. Get it? Never mind. And we were able to figure out how we wanted most of it to flow together. All that's left was what sort of banter to include.
一つ問題があるんです。私、花火の内容を全く覚えていません。
Why? Why are you asking? Did you remember what the fireworks looked like?
先輩のことをずっと見てたからです。
Ah, that tracked. In that case, why don't you be honest and tell them that? There was a couple confessing to each other nearby, and you were too engrossed in that to watch the fireworks. How about that?
しおりん、めちゃくちゃいい子ですね。
I don't think you can call a VTuber who calls their audience bottom feeders a good girl. Right? Her popularity will shoot through the roof.
わかりました。それで行きましょう。
How do you want to handle it? Start recording right now?
はい。遠野先輩は少し出ていてください。
Huh? I can't stay here and watch?
演じてるところは見ちゃダメです。
She was blushing and fidgeting. Damn it. She was so cute.
遠野先輩だけに取って出しを見せてあげますから、それで我慢してください。
Oh well, I'll take that deal.
終わったら呼びます。それまでミントと遊んでいてください。さ
そんな感じで、しおりんの一押し屋台はロシアンたこ焼きでした。他の仲いい部位の子と一緒に行ったんだけど、もうすごくって、ほんと最高だったよね。激辛と激甘のたこ焼きが1個ずつ入っててね、超盛り上がるんだ。それから花火。みんな花火見た？超綺麗だったよね。実はね、しおりんは花火ちょっとしか見れなかったの。食べ物に夢中になってたんじゃないよ。それよりもっと大切なこと、しおりんが花火を見てた近くでね、なんと告白してるカップルを見つけちゃったんだ。
You know, I wonder, is Kika going to buy that Shiorin caught Shiori and you confessing? Because here's the thing, right? I think it's pretty obvious that in the scenario of there were two people confessing during the fireworks, I can guarantee Kika would put two and two together and realize that the confessing people would be you and Shiori, right? But is the story convincing enough on Shiorin's part for Kika to not put two and two together and realize that Shiorin may have been one of the people that were getting confessed to or whatever, right? I don't know.
いやー、もうガチで応援しちゃったよね。頑張れーって。男の子の告白に女の子が恥ずかしそうに OK してさちょっと泣いちゃった。
You're getting a little too into the details there, Shiorin.
やっぱり風見市の花火にはパワーがあるんだよ。恋を成就させるパワー半端ないね。その告白に夢中になっちゃって花火はちゃんと見れなかったんだよね。だから来年はちゃんと見ようって思ってるんだ。その時はしおりんの隣に誰かいてくれるといいななんてね。彼氏と彼女ってちょっと憧れちゃうからさ。野良猫のみんなも気持ちわかるっしょ。ひと夏の思い出欲しいっしょ。まだまだ夏は始まったばっかりだよ。青春するなら今しかない。しおりんは頑張る野良猫ちゃんたちの味方だよ。頑張れオス猫ちゃん。それじゃあ今日はこれでおしまい。バイニャー。こんな感じです。どうでしょう。
Maybe you could try and be a little more hyped up.
なるほど。ギャップをつけてみます。
Contrast.
前後の勢いに落差をつけるとより熱量の高い反応に錯覚するんですよ。
Oh, is that a thing? Kinda, yeah.
もう少しテンションの落差を注意してみます。
I don't think there are any other issues. Yeah, you were cute.
ありがとうございます。
I wish I could have watched you live.
ダメです。
A little couldn't hurt, right?
何と言われようとダメです。
She really was opposed to the idea. I'll persuade her eventually, I'm sure. Are you done for today after you reshoot the video?
いえ、もう一つ相談したいことがあるんですけど、いいですか？
Yeah, bring it on.
活動に行き詰まっているという相談をしたのは覚えてますよね。
Yeah? And you weren't sure which direction to go in? Giving her advice on her VTuber activities was what brought us closer.
方向性にこだわっている場合ではなくなってきまして。
What does that mean?
しおりんとして活動を始めてそろそろ1年になります。
Only a year?
最初は良かったんですが、今 今の私にできることをある程度やりきってしまった感がありまして。
Oh, I can guarantee that you have not. Not even close. Did that mean she was out of content ideas? That was surprising to hear given how she was publishing videos on a daily basis.
これからどうしていこうかなと悩んでいるんです。
I get it. Why don't you set a goal for yourself then?
目標ですか。
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is as long as you set one and stick with it. Do that, and you'll be able to find a way to achieve that goal. Whether a person had or didn't have a goal made a huge difference.
目に見えるものだと、そうですね。数字でしょうか。動画の再生数、チャンネル登録者数、このあたりです。
That sounds good. A clearly visible result would be the best. Strive for a realistic figure first, like aiming for a certain number of subscribers.
そうですね。チャンネル登録者数を増やすことを目標にします。
How many do you have currently?
これくらいですね。
She showed me her phone. It said 9,053 subscribers on the screen. Is that a lot or a little?
活動期間と活動背景を考えればそこそこといったところです。
The answer is that it's enough to get money from it.
ただ、ここ最近は9000人前後で停滞しています。
So you want to bring in new followers then?
はい。今まで私のことを知らなかった人たちに向けてアピールしたいです。
Sounds like you know which direction to go in.
ですね。でも、新規さんってどうすれば。
Let's brainstorm some ideas. I'm sure we can come up with something.
はい。よろしくお願いします。
New projects, marketing, and name recognition. I made a point in researching these particular topics and draft some proposals. Okay then, why don't you start with the retake?
そうですね。では、出て行ってください。
Didn't work, huh? Damn it. Damn it.
少し休憩しましょう。
Yeah, you've reached a good stopping point anyway. Our research included watching other VTuber videos and coming up with projects best suited for Shiorin. Our conversation made the day fly by in a blink of an eye. That almost rhymed. Actually, that did rhyme. And night had fallen.
おいで、ミント。
Mint's really attached to you, huh?
一緒に育ってきた姉妹のようなものですから。
Sisters? Wait, Mint's a female? Mint curled up in Shiori's lap. Is it okay for me to touch her?
はい。今はリラックスしてますから大丈夫です。
Pardon me then. She had a wonderful fluffy coat. Cats really are fantastic. Talk about cute. What's up?
なんでもないです。
What the heck? You don't have to bottle it up.
では、言いますけど、笑いませんか？
I won't.
私も先輩に撫でてもらいたいなと、ちょっとだけ思いまして。
To think she was even jealous of her cat. This was peak possessiveness. Got it. God damn it. I was hoping for a CG this time. Is this what you wanted?
はい、気持ちいいです。
Oh, looks like Mint's the one getting jealous this time.
よしよし、ミントは私が撫でてあげるね。
I spoiled Shiori, and Shiori spoiled Mint. Quite the heartwarming sight if I said so myself. If I say so myself. Shiori, you've really changed.
自覚はあります。
She was.
こんな風になるなんて、 自分でも驚いてるんです。誰かに執着したり、嫉妬したりするなんて知りませんでした。
That's hard to imagine, given how you normally act.
自分でも想像できないくらいですから。
Mint agrees.
お前だって甘えん坊でしょ。
Mint enjoyed Shiori's petting. The one doing the spoiling seemed to be enjoying it too. Mint's got it great, huh?
どうしてですか？
Because she can have you spoil her rotten anytime she wants.
遠野先輩が私に甘えたいんですか？
Oh, is that not okay?
ダメではないですけど、普通逆ではないですか？
Men want to be spoiled every now and again, even when they get old.
なるほど、そういうものですか。
Yeah, it is. So, is it okay?
はい。
Our lips touched gently. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We sucked on each other's lips a few times, like light pecks. Then we slowly pulled apart. You put me in a kissing mood.
私もずっと同じことを思ってました。
Oh, well, this put me in a kissing mood. This was the kissing, so, you know, it also works if you replace it with you. I had a feeling that was the case.
ミントに見られてるとちょっと恥ずかしいですけど。
Sorry, you're the only one I'll ever do this with. I'll do this for, you know. Mint seemed to have read the mood, stood up and trotted off elsewhere. She's a clever girl.
後で褒めてあげないとですね。
For sure. But for now, I want to keep kissing you, Shiori. This time, I was a little more forceful. I hungrily sucked on her lower lip. There was a soft, lukewarm sensation. Was Shiori's tongue touching me? The tiny tip of her tongue ran along my mouth. As a man, it wouldn't be good for me to remain purely on the receiving end. I caught and sucked on her tongue, wrapping my own around hers. While our tongues were nestled closely together, I sucked hard, depriving it of its freedom. Did I do that too hard? The way she gazed at me sent shivers up my spine. These weren't Shiori's usual eyes. They were irresistibly dominated by intense emotion, those sorts of eyes.
もう私
Huh?
遠野先輩のせいです。遠野先輩があんなに求めてくれるから。
This was no situation for a girl to humiliate herself. This was the sort of thing I should initiate as a man. I want you too, Shiori. I'd been thinking I had controlled myself, but that was wrong. There's no way to hold back when we're alone, right? But no need to hold... God damn it. I fucking ruined the mood. I hugged Shiori tightly. Words weren't enough. I needed to show her with my entire body how I felt about her. it is okay for me to... It is okay for me to make you mine. Wouldn't it be... Is it? Never mind.
はい。私も先輩のものになりたいです。駆け抜け青春スパーキング。恋愛占いをやってみようと思います。
Oh? I reacted stupidly to Shiori's comment.
おはようございます。
Morning. So, where's this coming from?
私、思ったんです。人は恋愛ネタにとても興味を抱いているということが昨日の部活で分かりました。ならば、それをネタに動画を作るべきではないかと。
Oh, yeah. I guess you haven't featured anything love-related so far.
そうなんです。理解できない感情を扱っても持て余してしまうと思ったので。ですが、今の私なら理解も共感もできると思うんです。
Isn't that a good thing?
ユウ先輩もそう思いますか？
Yeah, I'm kind of interested too. I'd never paid any attention to this subject in the past. But it was a different story now that I have a girlfriend. Now that I... Hang on a minute. Why are you speaking in the past tense? Now that I had a girlfriend... Well, you broke up? Let's go over your talking points together.
はい、よろしくお願いします。
Want to get started right now?
部活はどうするんですか？
How about we do this?
なによこれは！部長が堂々とサボるってどういうこと？
Listen, it's for very important things.
うちの兄がごめんなさい。
柊さんも一緒にいるんすかね？
うん、多分そうだと思うよ。
部活サボってデートか。青春っぽいね。
No, it's just business talk, alright? Nothing. The youth was experienced last night.
そっか、そう言われてみればそうね。そうなんですか？少女漫画によくある展開ね。ちょっと憧れちゃうな、そういうの。っていうか、神楽坂、何帰る準備してるのよ。
ユウが来ないなら帰る。
あ、ちょっと待ちなさいよ。
Well, yeah, he can't be the only guy in here. He's scared of women. You was the anchor for Shinji. It's fine to skip out once in a while.
ユウ先輩、悪ですね。
Really?
私、そういうことをするのは初めてなのですが、いいんでしょうか？
It's not like we could talk about your YouTube channel in front of the others, right?
それは、そうですけど。
Besides, we could be as lovey-dovey as we want now.
サボりましょう。
It's just that easy. Sounds like I'd made the right call then.
また私の部屋で話し合いましょうか？
Before we do that, I've got an idea. Let's go on a date.
デートですか？
Okay, maybe they were onto something. Maybe Nagiko was right. It wasn't Yeah, she was the one who said it. Okay, maybe it's not just business. Maybe they are just discussing business. We've never gone on a proper date, right? I also figure it would help to produce content for your fortunes. Sure.
なるほど。行きましょう。デートをしたいです。
Okay, it's settled. I pulled her hand into mine.
はい、ユウ先輩にお任せします。
All right, we've made it as far as the station. What should we do now? I'd never been on a date before, so I had no idea what to do.
ノープランですか。
Nope.
どうして自信満々なんですか？
Isn't it better than having no confidence?
根拠のない自信を持たれても。
It's fine, really. I've got this. With that, I slipped my phone out of my pocket and struck a pose.
何ですか？
Remember how I mentioned this was particularly partially to help you put material together?
撮るんですか？
We've got to keep a recording of this.
恥ずかしいです。
Come on, smile.
そんな、無理ですよ。
It's only out of the question if you think it is. I'd love to see you smile.
そんなことを言われても。
She wasn't going to smile on command, huh? I'd better take my time in getting used to this whole thing myself. You don't have to be so mindful of the camera. It's not like I can take it away. It's not like I can take it anywhere anyway. It's not like I can take it out anywhere anyway. Sure, I guess. Don't worry. Nobody but us will see these.
ユウ先輩が見るから緊張するんです。
Really? Shiori nodded bashfully, and she looked positively adorable for it. But a smile really would be wonderful. By the way, I've been recording this whole time.
ユウ先輩？
It's your fault for letting your guard down.
もう、意地悪です。
You're cute when you're angry too.
バカですか？
It's fine I'm fine with being dumb.
何でもいいですから、カメラ止めてください。
Whoa, yeah, that's not happening.
どうしてですか？
Because I want to enjoy these moments personally.
ダメです。消してください。
Never happening. So hot. I'd worked up a sweat and all of that.
もう、ユウ先輩が子供みたいなことするからですよ。
Why do you not look hot at all?
暑いですよ。
She didn't look that way to me. It didn't look that way at all. Let's take a quick break and have something cold to drink.
賛成です。そうしましょう。
There happened to be a vending machine nearby. May as well get provisions there. What do you want, Shiori? I'll buy whatever you like.
そんな、悪いです。
Don't worry about it, really. At least let your boyfriend pay at times like these.
では、半分こしませんか？それなら、私も先輩も納得がいくと思います。
Alright, let's do that. I put my change into the vending machine. Why don't we go with tea?
いいですね。
I grabbed the dispensed tea and popped it open. You can have the first drink.
ありがとうございます。
For whatever reason, I watched closely as Shiori took a sip. Her well-shaped thin lips opened slightly and touched the container. Her fair throat heaved slightly, and with each drink of the tea.
冷たくて美味しい。
How could I put this? It was oddly alluring.
何ですか？
Oh, nothing.
早く飲みたいならそう言ってください。どうぞ。私はもう十分です。
Thank you. I took the tea and had a drink. Tasty.
何でもありません。
Don't you dare be embarrassed about a fucking indirect kiss again. Really? Maybe she really had wanted a little more to drink. Want some more?
いえ、 ユウ先輩の飲んでいるところが、その、
Ah,
エッチだなぁと。
it's because she was having the same thing. She was having the same thoughts as he was when she was drinking. Huh?
忘れてください。
That was a surprise. I never thought Shiori would reveal she had had that sort of kink. And to be honest, I was thinking the same thing about you.
何を考えてるんですか？
You're the one who brought it up.
そうですけど。
Anyway, you can have the rest.
ありがとうございます。
I was happy we could talk so casually now. My timing could stand to be improved, though.
汗が引きましたね。
Same here. Well, why don't we go have some fun?
何をしましょうか？
Let's see. Would you mind going with me to the store? To the store?
いいですよ。
Okay, how about this one? We had gone into a novelty shop by the station and were checking out the t-shirts.
人格を疑います。
Mean. Talk about horrendous taste in t-shirts. I could hear comments like those coming from all sides, so I'd had Shiori take a look for me too, but you could be a little nicer about it, you know. The t-shirts I pointed out had a picture of a cop. The t-shirt I pointed out had a picture of a cop on it that read, I'll know if you devour me. I don't know what the pun is.
評価に嘘はつけません。
Damn. You're such a perfectionist in these situations. No, you just have shit taste in shirts. She was really good at maintaining her composure. That part of her hadn't changed even after we started dating.
ユウ先輩のセンスは常軌を逸してますね。
That's one way to put it. Couldn't you word that a little differently?
常人には理解しがたいセンスですね。
That's even more mean.
わかりやすい言い方にしたのですが、
I'd prefer kindness over comprehensibility.
間違いを指摘してあげることも優しさですよ。
My t-shirt is a mistake.
少なくとも正解ではないのではないかと。
She was being awfully blunt today. Well, why do you think why do you think she calls her fans bottom feeders sometimes when she's in her VTuber model, using her VTuber model, making VTuber videos?
でも、どんな服装をしていても、ユウ先輩はユウ先輩ですから、私は気にしませんけど、私はユウ先輩の内面に惹かれたんです。
Does that mean I'm not your type on the outside?
そうは言ってませんよ。
Really?
外見も、まあ、好きな方です。って、私ばっかり言うのは不公平です。
I love how you look on the outside and who you are on the inside, Shiori. You're cute as are the cat ears.
どうしてそんなセリフを恥ずかしげもなく言えるんですか？もう。
But you're hugging up all the embarrassment for the both of us.
いつかユウ先輩を恥ずかしがらせてみせます。
I'm looking forward to it. Although I sounded confident, I was incredibly embarrassed for everything coming out of my mouth. Complimenting and teasing a girl required some reasonable force of will.
それでユウ先輩、その T シャツ買うんですか？
Oh, I'm second guessing it now.
私が選んでもいいですか？
Yeah, that'd probably be for the best. Huh? Are you sure?
は 選ぶなんて初めてですけど。
Go ahead then. Go on ahead then.
任せてください。
Shiori nodded confidently and picked out a t-shirt for me. I secretly took out my phone and got the camera ready. It was great to see her acting naturally.
これなんかどうでしょう。
Let me see. The shirt featured a laid-back cat. Of course it is. In a laid-back cat in huge print. This is for me to wear.
可愛くないですか？
I do think it's cute.
お気に召しませんか？
It doesn't really seem like something I would wear, I guess.
わかりました。別の方向性で選びましょう。
She went back to picking something out again. What would she bring for me next? Something also cat related. Something else also cat related.
これはどうでしょう？
A realistic cat was bare in its fangs. The whole rock and roll... the words rock and roll were written above it.
活かしてます。
Sure.
中指の爪だけ立ててるのがロックです。お気に召しませんか？
Try and picture me wearing this.
苦笑いです。
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
バレてしまっては仕方ありません。
She was cracking jokes now.
ユウ先輩に似合いそうなものも選んでありますよ。
Why not give that one to me first?
私の一押しです。これは間違いなく似合います。
Let's see. Shiori held out the t-shirt she selected. There was a lively cat in the middle of the shirt. The background printed behind it looked like outer space.
かっこ可愛くないですか？
Let's save the t-shirt search for another time. It was probably the best option out of the three, though. Going to see a movie together, or grabbing a quick bite to eat. There was a lot we could do together, and now that we were out and about. It's this late already?
そろそろ帰りましょうか。
There are some nice new additions to my camera roll. I managed to secretly record her whenever the opportunity presented itself. She rarely smiled in any of the videos, though. If anything, her awkward smile looked nice and innocent.
恥ずかしいって言ってるじゃないですか。
You were cute, though.
だから、そういうことを言うのはダメです。
Sorry. I grabbed Shiori's hand as I laughed. Alright, let's head back and shoot your video.
そうですね。今日中に仕上げる手前までは作っておきたいです。
You can put a video together that quickly as long as you have material?
話す内容も大体は考えてありますから。
Wow. What did you have in mind?
それは動画を見てのお楽しみですよ。